What you write in the comments section, huh? Okay. Yeah, let's hold the comments until you watch the whole thing. But people don't want to do that. They want to be assholes. Type stuff. No. So yeah, we are upon Easter Sunday. What is it? It's Transgender Positivity Day. Isn't that a clown thing to do? And all you're doing is perpetuating the rights. And I'm neither right or left. I am strictly just I do what I feel like. Okay. You're adding to the clown world narrative that all the left are kooky people, and you can't get Vice Stupid to be the president, and Gavin Newsom will not make it very far. So the whole thing is just ridiculous. But Easter Sunday. So yeah, it's a resurrection time. Time to resurrect. Time to see if the people who made their well wishes for New Year's is going to follow through. I still see women about what are they like maybe 20 to 30 pounds overweight try to do the Zumba classes, try to do the fitness classes. They got all kinds of music, and they try to do the TikTok dancing, right? Because they gotta lose that weight, gotta get down to a good weight. Not much happening in the real world. I mean, you gotta touch the grass, gotta look around. People you run to. I accidentally grabbed somebody's phone because I thought it was left there. I was going to return it to the lost and found. Some homeless guy, some weird homeless guy with bleached skin. It looked like he's done a lot of crack cocaine, but that's a whole other thing. Running into shady people, running into kooky people. Just you meet all kinds of characters when you go out to get groceries, when you're going out to the bank, when you're going out somewhere. I got to go to the library in Long Beach. I want to see if I can put together a certain Masters of the Universe play set that can't be done from Mattel. It rhymes with gloom and power, and if you know which one I'm talking about. If you've seen my videos, you know which one I'm talking about. But besides all that, the thing about we look at Richard Masucci, Review Tech USA. We look at Keemstar. I saw Keemstar. I saw the Lol Cow podcast with 8-Bit Eric and Melanie Mack. Melanie says she wants to come back. You're just I don't like her. She might be attractive, but I think I'm into the blondes these days. That's how I am. But she was out. But I kind of felt bad for her because she was out of her element. So imagine she's here at the top right of the screen. You got Keemstar, you got these fat fucks, you got Wings, you got this other fat fuck, you got 8-Bit Eric over here. I think Richard RTU was over here. So you got all these people, and they're just talking shit. They interrupt each other. Let me tell you what's going to happen with that. Keemstar is going to do something really stupid. He's going to dox somebody. He's going to defame somebody or libel, slander somebody. He's going to have inappropriate pictures. Somebody's going to have something on him, and that lolcow podcast will implode. He is a teapot, or so he's just waiting to explode, okay? It's a kettle waiting to explode, okay? A powder cake, basically. Because the guy talks a lot of shit. He attacked Boogie. Now, whether you think Boogie's good or bad, the guy acted like an ass, like an inbred ass, like one of those over-the-top bosses that yell at you for everything you do wrong. Just not good taste. So, yeah, that's a very toxic, but I think all this drama, now only, when I talked about the comments section at the beginning of this, I said, what I mean is, Kali UK, Dreamcast 84, say hello to me if you can. I know you've been missing in action. Let me know you're still alive, even if it's in an email. And I'll tell people you're still alive. Martel the Cool. Is Martel the Cool? Martel, are you strange? Yes, you're a strange man. You post a lot of videos, more than I can. But when you come onto this video, when you come here onto my channel, you are respectful. And I will give kudos to you for being respectful. But you are a strange man. You know that, right? Maybe it's not autistic special needs portion, you say, but I don't know. What does the wife think of that? Maybe Rome Go Large, Rome Rush. He could criticize me. So very few people can criticize me. Maybe Al Smith too, because Al Smith understands. Between Al Smith of the Ghostbusters, Rome Rush, Martel the Cool, Kali UK, um, Dreamcast 84, maybe Mr. Home Arcade. Those are the few people who could criticize me and what I understand me and what I'm trying to say or do. Everybody else, I blocked or I have deleted your comments. If you're going to talk about hemophilia, at least comment on my video. The problem is that if you're talking shit and you're the only person in the comment section, then that just promotes everyone else to do that. Don't reward bad behavior. If you were the 51st comment and you're talking shit about me, but there's all these other comments that are positive, then like I'm dismissive. Like maybe I saw your comment, maybe I didn't. So it's just all in the perspective of when people come onto my channel, what are they looking at? What are they seeing? Are they seeing positive comments? Are they seeing negative? I could just turn them off, but I do want to see that interaction of people. I want to see who's there. So I leave it at that. When I do community posts, it's less effective than when I'm doing videos. So shorts, then videos, then community posts is kind of how the tier of how everything works. And some people have not come back. Dreamcast, Cause, from the Dice Odyssey, Toy Huntress. I will mention Toy Huntress in a future video when I get a certain figure in the goddamn mail. eBay is tricky like that because I have to get this figure from Australia. But as far as drama, I like to keep a restraining order on drama. I don't know if it's a temporary restraining order or a permanent one. But the whole Review Tech USA drama got toxic. I mean, the guy took off. He did a final post because remember the man flip flops. You know, I can only think of maybe the only tech he's ever reviewed is like maybe Apple products, and that's if you ask JKB, did he ever review tech? Well, yes, he did. Jay could tell you he reviewed tech, but like on one hand, maybe the number of months at a time, maybe in every 6 months. Okay, every 6 months you reviewed this much tech. Out of how many videos he talked shit about things, you know, if the daughter poisoned the mom with Clorox bleach, or he talked about Ralph, or his public restroom horror stories, or his retail horror stories, or when he had to go to take a shit at the GameStop. Yeah, I remember all those videos. Even when he brought the friend, the guy you see goes, give me the doo-dap, right? The guy that you see, the drunken guy like this. He was there in the video talking about the Coleco Chameleon, about comparing that to a car. He has good content, but the problem is that even if he's not in the drama, whatever happens between him and Jay was his business. It was about gaslighting you about Sony being dead. And then you have Gerard, who took people's money. But the first time I ever really talked bad about another YouTuber was Young Ripa, Eric July, and his criticism of Superman #1, the 26 covers. If you had the money, you'd do the same shit. So what you calling the kettle black for? So I think that the drama is too much. And when you see me post, I try to post various things. I don't like to be repetitive. 8-Bit Eric can do it. Other people can do it. I will never go on lolcow. I will never go on these toxic ones. I don't think I can go on most of these multiple, these Brady Bunch type of Zoom call-ins, like Tuesday night's main event or Friday night tights or whatever it's called. It's too much, you know? I mean, if Al Smith could probably get panic attacks just coming onto these things and they shit on you, it's what's the point? Why would I want to do it? So I think it's better for me to do different topics about different things that are mostly positive. And when somebody really does something stupid, like when lolcow implodes, I probably will talk about that and say, hey, what'd I tell you? Didn't I tell you it was doxing or defamation or child porn or uh, somebody's coming after him for money, or Keemstar really fucked up. Now he's got to shut down the podcast. He's a powder cake. It's going to happen, and when I happen, I'll be there, and I'll tell you, hey, I told you, because I see those chess pieces as this going on, as this thing leaves, then this thing goes up, and as this thing goes up, this happens, and you're just watching everything that's happening because it's all happening the way that it would normally happen in some sort of logic puzzle, like a Rube Goldberg puzzle almost. Like it's like actors pretending that they're not actors trying to do a candid camera joke where one person gets up as this person does this. So I see how these things go, and I'm just tired of it. I don't think you need to be. My original title for this video was, Do you have to be stupid to be famous? And I don't think you should. Darkside Phil feels that he has to. Boogie feels he has to. Review Tech feels he has to. Um, I respect Vinny Vinesauce because even though he goofs around, he has like friends he hangs around with all the time. He has friends he hangs out with in multiplayer games, online games, in real life. He probably has a new girlfriend. Maybe that'll keep him, occupied. Probably less busy these days because he's been doing more time on Twitch than just going out in the real world. But there was a time a few months ago he was just busy, and maybe you'd see him a couple of times a week. Now you see him every night, so maybe he has more time for Twitch, more time to be his slightly fictional self, his slightly fictional self. Um, but he doesn't get into controversy. Mark Bussler, classic gamer, doesn't get into controversy. Metal Jesus Rocks, I'm not sure about that. I don't watch enough of his stuff, but they try to keep it simple within the topic of games. I guess for me, because I'm not an action figure channel, I'm not a game channel, I'm not a TV show channel. I will I just do different content. I will be focusing on, based on what I did for War of the Planet of the Apes deleted scenes, I may do a what you call it, a sort of a audio, not an audio commentary track, but a track where we look at some parts of the movie and stills of the Phantom Menace for Star Wars, because we're coming upon the 25th anniversary of that, the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. And I don't think there's any other anniversaries major coming up, as I'm trying to think, unless we're looking at the Clone Wars episodes or stuff like that. Um, yeah, so just the Phantom Menace, and we'll cover that, and I'll do a commentary reflection, because I saw some other video too that talked about a Superman episode, but they turned down the volume, showed a few seconds at a time, showed some stills, and were somehow able to get through the copyrights and blocks and shit. So I like that YouTubers are trying new things, and it's inspirational what they're trying. I saw a guy do like paper puppet art. Um, that's not my main focus, but if it ever comes to the point where I'm inspired to do that, then I could do that. Um, I do different projects. I do writing. I do art. I just try to focus on positive things. Some of you don't like my cooking, so well, what can I tell you? My cooking is as good as it can be. Um, I make curry. I mean, I think that made the curry is just simple. Just follow the fucking recipe. I put golden potatoes and carrots and some taco meat or whatever kind of beef, and you mix that up with the curry sauce on a rice, and it's what it is. So that's it. I'll post a video. We'll do a Todd Toys news, some new stuff there, some new content, and we'll move on from there. But I don't think we need to do. This is not a drama channel. But when somebody does something, I tell you what, I will be there for the Keemstar Lolcow dies podcast dies forever reflection on that, because that's going to happen. Everybody else is doing the same nonsense. Okay, there's between that and politics, what's happening with Trump versus the Democrats, and that really is the battle. Trump versus the Democrats and some Republicans. Between Keemstar and that, and microtransaction, loot box games, gotcha games, that's just the three main dramas that I am seeing right now. Okay, where it's YouTuber drama, corporate video game drama, or corporate movies and video games studios, and then in the middle is the Trump versus everyone else thing. So I try to just what we do, we're just gonna push them over here, and when something goes cock up your ass, like, oh shit, you got to do this, you got to cover this. Okay, okay. Like when Trump got arrested and got his mugshot taken. Okay, well, we had to talk about that. So that's it, and more to come. I will do a video game let's play tonight. It is a game that I just played last night and finished. This is the second time I beat this game, and it's a game that I played. Shit, I think it was 3 years ago, wasn't it? We'll see.